Okay, today we're going to be talking about genetics. So I'm going to need you guys to start out with a warm-up, and we're going to do a Kahoot if y'all want to pull out your cell phones. The game pin is 976135, and you can go to kahoot.it. Okay, we're going to start it.
Ready, set, y'all going down.
So the first question is, what are genes?
I get this wrong.
So they're small units of protein, small units of DNA, RNA, or lysosomes.
This is hard.
I know. If I got this wrong, I'm gonna be so upset with myself.
Right. Yes.
Yes!
You didn't get to answer. Oh, I forgot.
That's okay.
I would have got it right.
Okay.
Just
Who's in first? Okay, which of these is the dominant gene?
Oh.
So big H, little h, and little h, little h.
Yes.
Aww.
I got it right.
I'm terrible.
Wait, no, that's
Hetero? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not a teaching major.
What is the meaning of heterozygous? Same or different?
Yes. That's the first
I hope
one.
Morgan got it wrong.
Mine didn't work.
Oh man, I'm in third.
Okay.
I'm still in second.
And the last one.
Kanye.
Where does your genetic makeup come from? Mom and dad, or random?
Bro.
Random, for sure.
Good job.
Dang it.
Okay, so
I've never
Congrats,
wanted to do it
Emily.
in my life.
We all go on the board.
yay! Okay, so we're gonna start off by talking about basic terms of genetics. So you have your genes, which are the units of heredity which are transferred from your parents to the offspring, and the offspring are basically children. So we have a little key here, and circle is going to indicate female, the square is going to indicate male, and then this will come into play later. So take, for example, this is mom, and this is dad, and this is me. So that's kind of how we talk about things later on as we build on genetics. So then we have alleles, and they are various forms of a gene, and that'll make sense as we do more practices later today. But let me switch this over. Okay. So we have homozygous, dominant and recessive, and homo means same. And so homozygous, dominant, like y'all saw earlier in the Kahoot, we're going to indicate it with the letter H, and it's going to be two big H's. And then recessive is going to be two little h's. So dominant means that the child got two dominant traits. It's the same trait from each parent. And the recessive means that they got two recessive traits from each parent, which is the same. And then we're going to do a little activity in a little bit, and you guys will see what constitutes as a dominant and recessive trait. And then we have heterozygous traits, which means hetero is different. And then we're going to indicate that by big H and little h. So I'm going to give y'all an activity to fill out. And it's just going to be, you're going to fill out these things about yourself. And then y'all can discuss among each other what your results were. And I'll give you guys like 2 minutes to do that.
I have dimples.
I kind of do have dimples. You don't. Do I?
Yes.
Okay, I know.
Is my face oval or round?
Round.
Ah.
It's so bad. You have an oval face.
Do I have weird freckles.
Do I have an oval face?
Yeah.
I have one freckle.
I don't. Do you mean like freckles like everywhere?
Just like freckles, like in general, do you have freckles? Like I don't have freckles.
I have freckles.
On my body, I'm not colorblind.
Are my earlobes attached? I hope they are.
Crossing of thumbs?
Oh, so when you
this?
cross like this?
I do right over left.
Really?
I do left over right.
I
Me
have
too.
Harker. H. Harker?
Wait, are my earlobes attached?
I don't know what that
You
means.
can feel it. So
Yeah.
like mine are detached.
Yeah, yours are. Mine are attached.
detached too.
Yeah,
Mine are
I
attached.
don't know. No. Yours are more attached.
Hitchhiker thumb?
Tongue
No.
bone. Yes.
Colorblind, yes.
Straight hair, blue eyes. I have a question.
Yes.
So you said the dominant is 8, so you got 2 dominant genes. Is that like my mom has blue eyes, my dad has blue eyes, and I got blue eyes?
Yeah. Oh well. So for blue eyes, so we can go over that.
Oh, it's
So
I
it's a
just noticed
recessive.
that. JK.
So I'll go over that after
How
y'all
do you-
finish the
oh.
questionnaire.
What does a tongue roll mean?
Can you?
Oh.
I don't know if I can.
Do it.
Can I?
No.
I have
Oh.
black hair.
Okay. So if you want to go through and just kind of mark what traits your parents have on each category, and that can kind of give you like a feel of what traits you got from your parents. And if both of your parents have it, like Emily, you said that both of your parents have blue eyes, then that's for sure a recessive trait.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom and dad both have straight.
I don't really know if my parents have pimples.
My parents both have
I have
blonde hair
curly
when they were
hair.
younger, but they're
Yes.
Miss Mavronicles,
Yes.
what if I have wavy hair?
I would constitute that as curly.
curly.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Both my parents are right-handed.
Both my parents
Oh,
are right.
what about when they're like both left-handed and right-handed?
What is
Like,
that
they can
called?
do-
Oh, ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Honestly, I think that is like a gene you can inherit.
Oh.
But I haven't done enough studies or research to know like how that plays into the offspring and if they can get it.
Lazarus that has an oval face too. Yes.
But I would assume that's a recessive trait just because not a lot of people have it.
Yeah. My brother
So
knows.
that's colorblind, yes.
My brother like bats right-handed but throws left-handed when it comes to baseball.
Wish I could rap.
And he rides left-handed, but does other stuff.
That's my mother.
Okay. He rides left.
Okay, are y'all almost done?
Yes.
Okay, so your results. Did y'all think you were gonna be more dominant, recessive?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I was more dominant.
6, 7.
For
I was
sure.
more recessive.
I'm a
Okay.
recessive, I'm unique.
I like that. Okay, so throw out any of the genes, and I'll kind of show y'all
More dominant.
how we like get it from our parents.
Dimples.
Dimples. Okay, so this is gonna be our examples. We're gonna do dimples. Dimples. Okay, and Madison, does your mom have dimples?
No.
Okay, so mom, no. Dad?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this is going to be for a later lesson, but basically we're going to do like a Punnett square later on. So no means that she's recessive for, dimples. Yeah, that's a no. Okay, so recessive is going to be the little H's, and yes is the big H's. And Madison, do you have dimples?
Yes.
So this is Madison.
So I remember that.
And then, so, let's do this. Okay, so mom is unaffected, and this is kind of where our key came in earlier. So unaffected is going to be blank, but dad is affected, so we're going to shade that in.
Oh, so I.
And Madison is affected. Do you have any siblings?
Yes.
Okay,
One.
one sibling,
And he has dimples.
and he has dimples. Okay, so this is going to be your brother. So, yeah. So, if we were to put her parents on a Punnett square, we're going to put mom up here, dad here. We're going to just put the letters in. So, big H, little h, big H, little h, big H, little h, big H, little h. So, does anybody know what this tells you right here?
Yeah, it's heterozygous.
Heterozygous. And it's 100% heterozygous. So that means that because your dad carries this dominant trait, his children, all of his children, if y'all have more children, are going to get dimples. Every single one of them. So that shows you this, that you are,
And so is Bryce.
yes, Madison and Bryce are both heterozygous for the dimples trait.
Awesome.
Will her kids also have that?
Well, so, okay.
It depends on what the husband.
It depends on the husband. So, let's say Oh gosh, okay. So let's say this is Madison. She is heterozygous. Oh. And, okay, do you want your future husband to have dimples?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna say future husband has dimples, but say he's heterozygous as well. So let me get some of this out of the way.
It could be recessive.
Yeah. So another Punnett square. We're gonna say this is Madison. This is her. Oh,
It's my husband.
this is her husband. So
Little H.
yeah.
Oh,
so
yes.
for dominant, this is dominant. You have a 1/4 chance, or your kids have a 1/4 chance of being dominant. Your kids have a half chance of being heterozygous
Mm-hmm.
and a 1/4 chance of being recessive. So that's kind of how that goes. But yeah, so that is how genetics played a small part in making up what we're like. But yeah, so we covered a lot today. We covered that genes are what makes us up. Genes are inherited from our parents and passed down to their offspring. We learned about homozygous, dominant, and recessive, and heterozygous. We learned a little bit about ourselves and how we can pass this down to our future kids. So we're gonna just fill out an exit ticket today just to see what you guys learned. And after that, we'll be done.